12, yeah. Okay, so let's start this here. Yep. Okay, guys, so let me show you what I'm working on. So I'm participating in the Coding Blocks Game Jam, and the theme for this jam was to develop a game with the theme of It's Following Me. And so basically, I'm not entirely sure if I'm on topic, to be honest, but the game that I'm developing, or the idea that I had, and I find it like an interesting idea, so I went with it anyway, even if it's a little bit maybe out of topic, is a game where you have two players. So you have like this ninja frog here, and you have like what is called the virtual guy on the bottom, and basically you control both players at the same time. So one player is always following the other one. And the idea here is that you need to align the players in order to step through the obstacles inside the game, and to also in order to pick up the apples and the bananas and stuff like that. So let me just show you what I have at this moment. So, well, I'm developing the game using GDevelop. It's the first time that I'm using this game engine, which is pretty cool. It uses an event-based scripting language, which works pretty well. And I also had to use like an external software I'm going to show you in just a minute to design the tile map. But let me first show you how the game looks so far. So as I told you, you can see that you control both players at the same time. And the idea is that you need to always be aware of the traps or the dangers on both sides of the screen. So if one of the players dies, so for example here, if the player on the bottom falls into the hole, then you need to start the level again from the beginning, or probably I'm going to have some checkpoints or something like that in the future, I don't know. So for example, if we lose here, you can see that you go back to the beginning, so you need to be aware of this. So here, for example, you need to grab the apple with the bottom player, but if you try to grab the apple, the top player will touch these spikes and will also die. So for example, here you need to create a distance between players, in a way that you could jump at the same time. So this would grab the apple and this would be out of the spikes, and so wouldn't have a problem. And so you can see that the whole mechanic is around this. So aligning both players in a way that you can jump through the holes and pick up the objects and stuff like that. So for example, here we need to grab the banana that's on top. Oh, let me try again. Here. Yes, no. Okay, yeah. It's quite hard sometimes, so I'm not gonna waste time here with this. Then you can try it. And now, for example, here we have the platforms. The platforms are also in sync. So for you to get both players on the platforms at the same time, you need to align the players also here. So for example, not here. Oh, I couldn't align it there. I still need to probably design the levels a little bit better, but yeah. So for example, these ones are not aligned. Let me try again. Wait. Okay. So I come here, and probably for testing, I'll just increase the collision on the bottom, so I could just like test this without being worried about falling into the holes and stuff like that. I'm just gonna show you that in a minute. So for example, here you need to have both players aligned so that you can jump on the platform without one of the players falling into the holes. So this is the game at this moment. I still have a problem with the collisions here. I need to check what's going on here. Let me see if I can grab. Okay, yeah, I need to check that. But so like I was saying, so you can see that I have the tile map all designed here. And to design the tile map, I use third-party software, which is Tiled, where I could just like design the whole map. So I created an atlas here, a sprite sheet here, and then I just painted the map. And now every time that I need to update the map, I just paint it here, export it, and import it into the GDevelop. So I created a tile map object where I can import both the atlas and a JSON file which has like the map already painted. And okay, so let me see here. Okay. Yes. So now what I'm doing right now is that I'm continuing to painting the rest of the map. So on my original plan, I needed to change this a little bit because I had like really small gaps between the ground, so I had to increase, and now the rest of the level is not. It doesn't fit right with the first part. So the idea here is that we're going to have like a next section after these moving platforms. We're going to have a next section where you have these platforms here that they drop when the player jumps on top of them. After a while, these platforms drop, and on the top, this chain with this ball with spikes is going to be rotating. So you need to like probably time your jumps to the platforms, also taking into account the ball here on the top. And maybe this one is not needed, I'm not sure, but maybe it's too difficult to have this one as well, so I'm probably not going to make it. Then you have this block here and have this enemy. This enemy is going to be shooting some projectile, I don't know exactly what, but the idea is to have this enemy shooting stuff. And while you are trying to dodge what the enemy is shooting, you need to grab the apple, and you have like this saw just moving around the block here. Then you have these two enemies. This first one, like the chicken, is going to be like running around from one side to the other, and the pig is probably just walking around when it sees the player starts running. I still need to think about this a little bit better, but that's the main idea. And then you have like the flag, and you need to get to the flag with both players at the same time to complete the level. So this is the whole idea. Right now, I got to this point here where I have the moving platform. So the idea now is to continue designing the rest of the level. So this was the way that I was designing it first without the sprites. So I'm just gonna, well, oh, I have a block. Okay, yeah. I have this block also here. So probably something like this. Yeah, I need to move all this to the right here, and even these ones. Maybe I don't need this one. I'm gonna move this here, probably something like that. Let me see if I can. Okay, hide these ones. And the idea here is to have this moving pot, the moving on the, how you call it, not dropping, like the platforms, just falling platforms, aligned with this obstacle here on the top. So you need to be aware of both obstacles at the same time. And here we are going to need to paint here as well some ground. So I'm just gonna copy this one, and it's probably, yeah, yes, it's gonna be something like this, but let me see. No, I cannot have a lot of ground, to be honest. So yeah, it's more or less something like this. Okay, so just, yeah, I'm duplicating in a way the amount of work that I'm doing, because I'm first designing in Figma and then I'm designing in the actual tilemap editor. But it's easier to like just test around with in Figma and then later to try it with the tilemap, or to actually draw everything in the tilemap. So let me see here. Yeah. So something like this. Now I don't need all these blocks here. I'll just copy this one. Yeah, I probably need some more space. Yeah, I'm not very happy with this. So, okay, I'm gonna take this. Probably just gonna copy from, let me see. I can use this one. I'm gonna create some more space. No, not this one. Ah, it is not aligned. Okay, something like this. Not like this now. Like this. I'm not sure. Not this one. Okay. Yes. Now this is center. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so probably gonna try something like this. Okay, you need to be aware of this here, and also, so this now it's not exactly like this. Let's see, so this should be aligned with the one in the middle. Yes. This one should be here. This one should be here. And so maybe this one should be here. Yep, something like this. Okay, I need to check if we can make this jump from here, but yeah, I guess we can. Okay, and then I'm gonna worry about the next part, so let's just try to implement this one first, and then we'll see. So, okay, here, oh, I forgot to put the platform here on the bottom. So here on the animation, I'm just gonna use this one. So the idea here is to have this platform here. Yes. Have the platforms, and yeah. Okay, now that I have this, I'm gonna draw this in tiled. So we have like 5 spaces, and then I start a new one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here I start a new one. Then we have 1, 2, 3, and I start a new one, and then I start a new one. Something like this. Now this is okay, and this is already. Yeah, I'm gonna do something like this. Yeah, I'm gonna paint with this one and this one. Okay, so this is the top part. Yes, correct. And this one on the bottom is this one. The problem here with painting this using this other software outside of GDevelop is that the whole process of exporting this and going back to the GDevelop to test it and everything is not great, I must say, because I think GDevelop has some bug when you're gonna see it, because when I export this and import it back to GDevelop, it does not update immediately. It does not update the image of the tile map on the editor. If we preview the game, it's using the correct tile map, but when we are working outside, meaning inside the editor, it's not updating the image. So it's quite hard. So I need, at least so far, I need to just like quit GDevelop and open it again to update the image. But I don't know, probably it's a bug or something like that. Okay, so this is the tile map. Now I just export, not here. I'm just gonna export this. And now here on GDevelop, we go back to the tilemap, edit object, and you can see here a tilemap JSON file. And it's this one. So you can see now I do apply, and you can see that we don't have anything else. But if I preview the game, and probably I need to also start with the players more. Well, yeah, I'm always losing at my own game, so whatever. Okay, here, yeah, you can see that we already have the image there, but oh, but I made a mistake here. Okay, but it's not a problem. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna paint everything. I don't know. No, I'm going to change the platforms. I mean, they are moving 6 units instead of 5, but yeah. But you can see it here, it's not updating, and I don't know why. So basically what I ended up doing is quitting GDevelop and opening it again. I don't know if there is an easier way to do this, but so if you guys know, please just tell me. And okay, yes, so let me see. And now you see that now we already have this. Okay, so I need to fix the platform movements. So the platform movements, I have it here on the main events. So X position starts at 928. Yes, that's correct. But basically what we need is, okay, it's not going to stop at 188. It's going to stop at 156, which means that it has one less tile in the grid. So I'm using a grid of 32 pixels. So in this way, I'm just making the platforms move one less tile than it was moving before. And probably this would solve the problem. Let's just check. So now the platform should move. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so now that we have the new map, okay, I'm gonna start with the players. So let me see how can I do that. So I want to start with the players. I mean, not on the platform because I already tried the platform. So maybe the player will need to start here. So I'm just gonna move them. This one here and this one. Why is this one not moving? Oh, it's locked. Okay, so this one starts here and that one there. And I also need to move the camera. Now the camera, I'm not sure how to move the camera. Let me see. Probably what I can do is that here at the beginning, I can just like place the camera on the correct position. What that position would be. So here is 400, so 800. No, not 800. 800 plus 112. 200 probably. Okay, let me check. So here I'm gonna add a sub event, and when we are creating the conditions, we have like these trigger ones, while true, which seems like the best way to just like trigger something. Like when the game starts or when the scene starts, I'm not sure, but trigger once. And here I'm just gonna change the camera position, so I can just search for camera X, and I'm gonna set camera X to 1200, if I'm not mistaken. And this is also something that took me a while to understand because I have the code to move the camera. So basically what I'm doing is that the camera is static, and as soon as one of the players moves more than half of the width of the screen, so in this case the screen has 800, so when the player passes the 400 on the axis, the camera just starts following the player. And so that's what this code here is doing. So the first one, this one here, is moving the camera along with the player, like following the player. And since I'm using the player, so you can see that I'm not using an individual player because we have two players. We have the ninja frog and the virtual guy. And since I'm not using a single player because I don't know which one of the players is at the front at any given time in the game. So what I'm doing here is that I have the players organized in groups. So here you can have like the object and you can have object groups. So I have a group that has both players. And what I'm using here in the events is that I'm using the group and not each player. And the way that this works, at least it's what I'm assuming, is that it will use the player that activates the event is the player that will actually be considered when doing these calculations with the players.with. Is not both players, of course, but it is the player that actually activated this condition. And so what I'm doing here is that I'm moving the camera to the player's position minus half of his width, and half is because at the beginning, if I didn't cut this half of the player width, the camera would not be in line when we went back to the beginning of the level. And I'm just moving the camera to the position. But something that I didn't realize at the beginning is that we have a camera for each one of the layers that we have in our game. And here I have two layers. So we have the background color, and then I have a base layer, and I have the collisions layer. And the collisions is just so that I can create the collisions with the map, because when we design the tile map, I think Tiled, the other software, has an option to create also the collisions, but for what I understood, GDevelop does not support that at this moment, so we need to draw the collisions by hand. So what I'm doing here is that I'm just importing the tile map, and then on the collisions layer, I'm creating, like I have this object called collider, And I'm just creating objects to detect the collision with the player. So you can see that I'm just like painting these objects on top of the map to create the necessary collisions. And that's why I have a different layer, because then I can just hide the layer and the collisions still work, but it's not, the objects are not being rendered. Now, all this because I just understood that we have one camera for each layer, so when we are moving the camera, we need to actually move both cameras at the same time so that they are both in sync, because otherwise you would have like, the camera would be like rendering one part, the camera of the base layer, and the collisions would be rendering another one. I don't know, it was really messed up, so it took me a while to figure this out. So when I'm triggering once the position of the camera, so probably here I'm gonna have to say, okay, this is the camera of the base layer, and this is the camera of, so I need to change both, basically, is that the camera of the collision, so they both start on the same position. Now let me see if I get the position right. Yes, I got the position right. Now what's happening is that I don't have the collisions in place, so the player is always like falling and loading the level back from the beginning. So here I'm just gonna like draw the collisions. Okay, so here add an instance. Okay, we goes to the bottom of this one, I don't know why. Okay, so here we have this collision, and every time we create a new object, the Z order keeps incrementing. I'm not exactly sure why it does that, but in this case I want to have everything on the same Z order. So basically what I have is the background, the tile map and the background are on like a lower layer, something like that. So let me see, where is the instances? Yes, okay, not this one. Yeah, so you can see like the tile map is on -1 and the background -2. So we have the background and we have the tile map, and then I have all the rest of the levels on the layer 0. But every time we add a new object, it just increments the Z order. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to, let me see if I can copy paste. Okay, I can, and the Z order doesn't change. Okay, so this is better. So far I haven't seen any problem with this, but I like to have like this more or less organized, because if I have more and more objects on the game, it might get like really tricky to just position all the objects, or if I have the objects on like completely different layers, I might have problems in the future. That's why I'm like worrying about this right now. And so I'm going to like put this here, so we have a collision here, and I'm going to put this here. Okay. And oh yeah, I didn't show you, but basically for these objects to have a collision, when I added the object, I just painted like a yellow rectangle, and on the behaviors I added the platform behavior, and this does all what you need to deal with the collisions with the player and everything, which is also pretty cool, because even for the player we have, in the behaviors we have a platform object behavior that deals with all the movement and the jumps and everything. You can even have like ladders, and you can grab wedges, which is pretty cool implementation. And so to have like these players working was really simple. It helped a lot. Okay, so yeah, so it's not 1200. Maybe I'm going to increment even more. So maybe not this one, but maybe 1.6. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the camera position right. But oh, because yes, okay, no, this is not because, yeah, the position was right, but because we are already in the middle of the level, the camera is also updating to the correct position, so it's already following the player. It doesn't happen at the beginning, because here I have a condition that the camera only starts updating as soon as one of the players steps to the right side of the screen. That's why. So okay, yeah, this is enough. Oh, okay. Okay, now we don't have the platforms. Okay, but this is it. And now, let me see. Now that I have this here, okay, I'm gonna hide collisions. Oh, I forgot to put all these objects in the collisions layer. So collisions layer. Yeah. Okay. And now this is it. Now let me see. And now we can continue. So Okay, now let's design these other stuff that we have here. Okay, I'm gonna need a block to put the the ball here on top. I'm gonna use one of these blocks, like this one probably. Yeah, I think these are the ones that I'm using here. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this one. And okay, now I have the ball with spikes. Yeah, let's try to deal with this one first. So let me see how am I gonna do this. Yeah, probably just like designing this. Let me see. So I'm gonna try to do something like this. And now probably I have a way here to. Yep, that's what we want. Oh, no, I'm gonna do something like this. Incremental. Yeah. Okay. Probably now I can just like export this. So what call it here? Here. Spike ball. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna call it the same. So here, this is a spiked ball. And I'm gonna export this. Platformer assets. Gonna be in the traps. Yeah. So yeah, gonna be a trap. Spike ball. I'm gonna implement a new sprite trap spike ball. I'm not entirely sure if I should do this something like this, because for example I'm creating a new sprite and a sprite for at least what it says in the description is something that has an animation, and in this case this sprite don't have any animation. But either way I don't see any other object, like a better object to implement this kind of asset, so I'm using sprites either way. So I'm just going to use this one. So you can see like I don't have an animation, but I also don't have a way to say, okay, play the animation or not. I tried to put this to 0. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't work as well. So I'm going to leave it with the default value. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any problem, but on the other hand, it looks really weird to like importing objects that don't have an animation and that we are saying that they have an animation with a single frame. I don't know if in terms of performance, if it's like actually playing the single frame and just repeating the single frame or not, but I'm not entirely sure. So because here when we are creating a new object, you see like sprite animated object, but then we don't have like a static sprite, we have like a tile sprite which displays an image repeated, which is also not what we want, and all the other ones didn't seem like what we want. So this seems to be a sprite. I'm not sure. Okay, so now I have spike ball. I can bring the spike ball here. Now this is the grid. Okay, when we are showing the grid, it seems like to do some sort of snapping to the grid. Now I need to take the grid. Okay, and now we have the spike ball in place. Now let me see. And now we need to rotate. I don't know what I was doing. What was this? Now we need to rotate this spike ball. Now the question here is that I'm going to create an event for this, but I need to find a way to say that it needs to rotate here in this anchor. Okay, let's see how to do this. So on the events, let me see if I can just fold this. Oh, yes, cool. I'm not very happy with this implementation of the events here. Not that I don't like the events. I think the events are really cool for someone that is learning how to code, because basically you need to think about two things. Okay, you have a condition, and when the condition is true, you have an action, and you can think about these two pairs, like what is the condition and what is the action that I want, which is actually pretty easy to think about. But what I don't like is having like everything here on the main event. And for what I saw, we can create our own behaviors, like custom behaviors and stuff like that. But so far, I haven't got the need to actually create like custom events, so custom behaviors. Sorry. So I'm just gonna keep like working with the main events, and then I'll see if I learn how to create custom behaviors to implement these things. Because I don't have like having like scene controls here, which controls the camera, for example. This one controls the players, like the animation of the players and stuff like that. This one is just the code for the moving platforms, and I don't like having like this whole list of events here on the same screen. But I mean, it works, so it's a lot easier, at least at the beginning. Then later, if I have time, I'll see if I can just learn how to work with custom behaviors, because I'm actually like really interested to see how they work. So here I'm creating an event group. I'm gonna create an event group. What is this? This is a spike ball. They have this concept of groups, which is also works pretty well. So at least you can like fold and unfold like the code for each one of the groups. So it gives a little bit a better organization at least. But either way. So the spike ball. Now what I want is I'm gonna trigger, I don't know, because the ball is gonna be like rotating, but now I don't know how to make it rotate in a loop. Okay, let's see. If I do like trigger once, and then I'll see if I need to create a loop or something like that. And now that I will have this trap spike ball. Okay, so let me try to understand what am I going to use to rotate the actual object. So visibility, the order, objects, no, not effects, no, positions, oh, angles, okay. No, rotate, yeah, right. Speed is positive, counterclockwise, okay. Let me see, I don't know what the speed is about, like what the units are about. Let's see if I have like 10. I don't know, let's try it. Preview this. Oh, 10 degrees per second, okay, yeah. But the actual ball is not. I don't know if I need to like create a loop. Let me search GDevelop, rotate object in loop. Oh, I can just remove the condition, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I didn't know about this. So when you want to create like, just call this like in an update loop or in a game loop, you just need to take the condition. So if you don't give it a condition, if the event doesn't have a condition, it will run whatever you have here, like in a loop. Okay, so this is what we want in a way, but I want this to rotate here in this anchor. Okay, so let me see. Do we have anything that talks about anchors? I don't know if anchors is the right word, but no. Pivot. No, rotation offset, no. Okay, rotation. No. Okay, so I don't have it over here. So let me see. GDevelop, change object, rotation, pivot. Yes, it's an object pivot for rotation. Let me see what they say. We can change. Okay, yeah, I saw this yesterday. So here we can change edit points. Yes, I think this is the one. Yeah, you can see like the origin, which is here, and the center. So basically what it seems is that this is rotating in the center, but I don't want that. So I want it to rotate. So this has like 32, so it's going to be like 16. Oh, what happened? Why not 16? 15? 14? I don't know. Something like this. and maybe 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's try something like this. Okay, yeah. Maybe a little bit quicker. What happens? Oh yeah, it doesn't mask. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this for now, and then I'll see. You see that just like it's not like covered by the frame, and this is because, oh yeah, probably because I have the frame on the base layer. Now I have it's a Z order of the frame probably, but the frame is part of the tile map. Oh, so probably I need to draw this frame on a different tile map and make it like on the top layer, so the spike ball would be beneath that layer. But I don't know, whatever. It works like this, so I'm gonna change this like 45. Well, not 45. 45 degrees per second, so it's gonna make it 4 seconds. Oh, yeah, I have the one in the bottom. It takes like 4 seconds. No, like 2 seconds maybe. 90. Maybe I'm gonna make it even a little bit more. 135. Okay, yeah. Something like this. Yep. Okay. And now let me see. Here on the players, I'm detecting the collision with the death zone, and I'm also detecting the collision with the trap spikes. Okay, so probably what I'm gonna do is create a new group. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna create a new group for the traps, and basically right now I'm just gonna assign all the traps here, and then I just can detect with the collision with any member of this group would kill the player. So basically I have the track spikes and I have the trap spike ball. Apply, and now here on the main event I'm just gonna change this so players is in collision with the trap spikes, not in collision with traps. Change theme to main, then I need to change this, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, now I cannot test it because the other one doesn't have like the platforms. Okay, yeah, but this is it. Okay, so okay, now let me see. Now I have this. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with the other one in the bottom now. So here in the bottom we need to create the other platforms. So let me see. Yeah, just need to create these ones. So let me go here to the assets where I have the platforms. Oh, they are here. Following platforms. Okay, on and off. Yeah, I'm gonna take this on. Something really cool that I discovered in Figma, because for example here we have the image that has like the 4 frames. It's a single image. You can see that here. And I needed to like divide the image into the 4 different frames, but I didn't want to do that like by hand, so I got a plugin from, I don't know who created it, but it's really cool, which is this one, split to frames, and I can just select this, select the image, select split to frames, and I can say, okay, it has 1 row and 4 columns, split to frames, and now I have the 4 frames here in the bottom. So this is really handy. So I'm just gonna group this, just take the background, and that's it. So this is a following. No, this is on platform following. Okay, platform metal, platform wood, platform following. Yeah, this is it. And I'm just gonna export this. Assets, platforms. Okay, moving metal, moving wood, and this is the following platform. So save. Okay, now I have the 4 frames, and now I can create a new object. Let's create a platform falling. Create an animation. Let's call it idle. We add the frames, and here we go to the platforms, falling, and select 4 frames, open. And now I have it here. You can do a preview of the animation. In the loop. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay. And apply, and also edit object, behaviors, add a behavior. This is a platform, cannot be grabbed, and it's a platform. Yes, this is it. This one like those predefined behaviors, which are really handy. And now I can just like take these platforms and bring them here. And yeah, this is what we want. Let's just check. Where is figma? Here. Yeah, this is exactly what we want. Yeah, okay. A lot of screens. Okay, preview. You see, okay, now I have, let me see if I can just jump. Okay, so now the idea, twist, I haven't tried it, but the idea when I designed this level was that these are going to be like falling platforms. So when the player jumps on top of the platform, after a few seconds, the platform is going to fall. And so the idea is that you need to like time when you are jumping on the platform so that you can just like, maybe that's too quick. Yeah, I think it's too quick. Oh yeah, okay, I need to jump, I think. No, yeah, otherwise I just fall. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll just change the velocity in just a few minutes, so. Now let me see. Okay, so now let's add the code for these platforms. And so the spike ball here, moving platform. Okay, I'm gonna create a new group, event group. I'm gonna call it falling platforms. I'm gonna move it here. Okay, and now sub event. And here what we want is that when the player jumps on top of the platform, basically after a few seconds, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 seconds, I'm gonna make like the platform fall. So first we need to detect the collision with the player. So collision with, and now I can detect with the players. I mean, we know that the only player that's going to be able to interact with the platform is the virtual guy, but either way, this is more flexible way. So if you want to just reuse this falling platform on another place in the level, it's going to work for both players. So when the platform falling is in collision with players, now what do I do? Here, I don't know, I could do something with, or just moving, but it's not exactly moving. Basically what I want is like disable the platform behavior and activate sort of physics, probably. I think that we have physics here, so let me see. Movement. Movement is like activating gravity, something like that. Maybe we don't have that. So no, not physics. Drop, no. Fall. No, basically it means that I can't just like add a force. Not sure. Okay, let's just search for it. GDevelop. Like gravity? Object gravity. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I think I need to just add like a force, something like that, yeah. Like add a force to move toward an object, to move toward a position, add a force. No, here is 0. Only push the object during the time of the frame, even in event with no conditions. Yeah, probably it's like instant, I don't know, like -1, let me see. See what happens. So if I just not doing anything. Oh no, it's moving, but up. Oh really? Okay, so I don't know. Just to see. Oh no, not -10, like damn. Hmm. Not exactly what I want. So let me just see. Okay, here GDevelop. Yeah, see, like, yeah, it should be like a physics. Okay, physics. Yeah, maybe I need to add, because I don't need to like be creating this, you know. Let me see, physics. Physics engine. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, no, I don't want to see this. Blah blah blah. No. Whatever. Oh, they have a lot of stuff here. So can sweep. Okay, let me see what happens if I just do this. Okay, yeah. They just fall, yeah. Okay, that's what you want, but I don't want them to fall. I only want them to fall when we collide with the platform. So let me see here on the physics. Dynamic, static, kinematic. No, it's dynamic. Gravity scale. Maybe I need to create like an event. Let me see, like trigger once. Trigger once while true, okay. And now here, physics. I don't know, like make the object like sweep, something like that. Okay, other actions. So no, using forces, no, objects, no. Physics engine, global, no. This. Okay, maybe I need to select this one. Okay, and now here, joints. Okay, now I have a lot of stuff. Density, friction, filtering, set as static. Okay, and then I set as dynamic. Yeah, okay. So when we start the game, we set the platform falling as static. When the player collides with the platform, I'm gonna set them as dynamic. That should do the trick. Okay, so now they are static. Yeah, that is it. Wait, wait. Yep. Okay, now I don't want to set immediately. I want to set like after a few seconds. So let me see. GDevelop after seconds. No. Seems like a timer or something like that. Yeah, timers and time. So yeah, pause the scene, delete start, or reset the scene timer. I have no idea if this is what I want, but let's see. No, reset the timer. No, that's not it. Ah, maybe there is an event. Standard event group. No. Okay. GDevelop. Do after X seconds. Okay. Yeah, so when we collide with the player, it's the timer. Yeah, so when we collide with the player, we start a new timer. Let's call it. Oh, but then how do I know what platform? Okay, let's see. I don't know, timer called platform. No, not reset. Start or reset. Okay, called reset, whatever. And then I create a new condition. Let me see. Then I create a new condition that says when timer stop, speed, timer scale, no. Okay, so I can just compare with a single object, timer called platform, for if it's greater than, I don't know, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, seconds. Let's see. Now when the timer, okay, now I get this and this comes here. Yep, let's see. Nope. Is in collision with players, reset. Because we are always in collision. Because it's only one like to trigger one. So I think what's happening here is that the timer is always being resetted, so because we are constantly on, the player is constantly in collision with the platform. So it's always like resetting the timer, and so if it's resetting the timer, it will never reach greater than 2 seconds. So okay, maybe this is not what we want. So add action. Okay, I want to add action here, and I want a timer. Start or reset an object timer. Okay. I think we'll still have the same problem, but let's see. Yeah, still have the same problem. Okay, so oh, the problem is here with the collision. Yeah, so collision. Hmm. I think probably I need like control variable, just to see, okay, yeah, I think I probably need like a control variable just to, yeah, just to check, because I'm marking them as static, and as soon as I collide with the player, I need to start the timer and also like change the control variable to know that even if we are colliding still with the platform, we are not resetting the timer because we have like a control variable for that. But I don't want to be creating like a specific variable for this, or maybe I can just use something in the rigid body. Well, not the rigid body, sorry, it's from Unity, but something in the physics behavior. Let me see. So I'm doing this. I'm setting them as static, and probably what I can also do is something like this. Set platform following as static. Oh, not the moving platforms. Yes. No. 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 Okay. So physics. Maybe I can change like something in the speed or something like that. Yeah. So for example, like the gravity scale. Okay, so probably I can just change the gravity scale to 0 at the beginning. So the platform is static and the gravity scale is 0. And then when we collide with the player, and let's do something like this, and the gravity scale, where is it, is equal to 0, I reset the timer and I set the gravity scale to 1, set to 1. And so this does not run anymore. So let me just put this here. So if we are in collision with the player, then the gravity scale is 0, so we just change to 1, reset the timer, and then after a few seconds we set the platform as dynamic. Let me see. No. Oh, no, it worked. 1, 2. Oh, yeah, it's working. I think it's taking a little bit more than 2 seconds. I don't know. Like 1 second. No, the problem here is that I cannot jump. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, but something like this. I don't know exactly why the 1 second seems so long. Then collision, so I change the gravity scale of platform falling to 1, and then I set as dynamic. Okay, I don't know. It's not a problem, I can just come back to this and change it later. So I have the spike ball. Okay, I'm gonna decrease maybe the speed a little bit. Well, kind of 115, 115, yes, something like this. Because now I need to time. Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, yeah, something like this. Yeah, cool. Oh, I made a mistake here. I need to paint this again, but yeah. What? Maybe I can even have as I had before, which was like 135. Yes, it was 135. Let's see what. Yeah, because they are all really close, so you can just jump like this. Yeah. If you try to do like in the middle, you can't. But if you jump like this, then you can pass. Yeah. Okay, so this is it. And I can improve some things, but I mean, right now what I'm worried about is like implementing the behaviors, and then the logic, and then probably I'll just make this a little bit better along the way. Let's see here. Yeah, the light is really strange here. Okay, I don't know. I'll keep this one. And so let me see. What's 2 seconds? Oh, it's 2 seconds. What is 2 seconds? No, not here. Let's see. This one, yeah. Let me see here. Where is it? The 2 seconds. I don't know. Okay, so this is it. Yeah, I need to pay attention to the chat here. Okay, so spike wall. We have the platforms, and what else? Okay, now we can just start dealing with the enemies. And about the enemies, so my idea was to have like a shooting enemy, like this one here, that when you were like trying to avoid the projectiles from the enemy, you would be like also trying to catch the apple. Okay, yeah, so it was 2 seconds after all, but I guess I'll come back and just try to adjust the value so it's a little more easy or difficult, I don't know. I need to test it later. So here, so next, create the enemy. So we're gonna have this enemy is gonna be like shooting projectiles. And let me see, now that I'm thinking, because okay, you can see it here, because where is it? One of the levels in this like reference scenes, that enemy was like shooting projectiles. So that's where I got the idea. Now I'm not sure if I have the projectiles to shoot. Let me see. Where are the enemies? Flower. Oh yeah. Oh yes, we have it here. Okay. Bullets yet and bullet pieces. Okay, this is what we want. Okay, so the idea is to, let me see. The idea is to have the enemy here. Maybe I need to, yeah, this seems like really small space, so even here, let me see. So here I had like 5, so probably I'm gonna do like 5 as well. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's what I had before. So something like this. Not sure. Yes, something like that. And I'm gonna make this move around, and the apple is gonna be here in the middle. Okay, now I can just like paint. So yep. Oh yeah, this is the other enemy, so I'm just gonna remove this at this moment. So I'm gonna create something like this. And yeah, this is a problem that we have here. Okay, and maybe I'm just gonna, no, not here, because here is here. I'll have like two units here in the bottom for the player to be on the ground. And I don't know why I was using two different blocks here, but whatever. And so it's gonna be like something like this. I'm thinking if I could make like this enemy moving. Let me see, I have the examples here from the sprites. Let me see, where do I have it? Assets? No. Okay, resources, pixel adventure. I think this is it. Pixel adventure 2 enemies. No. Reference, yes, this is it. Okay, so these are the like what I'm taking as example. So I'm not doing this, probably I could do something like this. You know, like it seems like it's actually flying, have these effects, and yeah, but I'll leave this. Even like the particle effects when you are picking up the objects and everything, but I'll leave that for the end. Right now I'm just gonna worry about the logic. So, but this is the following platforms. Oh, I cannot. I'm just looking for the enemies. Okay, this is the idea for the saw, you know, that's just moving around on this block. This is the one I'm going to implement now. And oh yeah, I'm not doing exactly this. So yeah, I should probably do something like this. But yeah, right now it's rotating, whatever. Okay, so come back to this one as well. Oh, you see here. Yeah, these ones are moving. Yeah, but probably I'm gonna make it static. Like these ones. Yeah, like these ones. So probably I could use like the flowers instead of that enemy because it's static, right? Yeah, I'm gonna use this one instead of the tree. So I'm not gonna use the tree. I'm gonna use the other one. So you see, not here on the assets. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so what we have here: attack, bullet, hit, and idle. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna need the idle, the attack, and I'm gonna need the bullet. Okay, so but I think I was still designing it. No? No, yes. So I was painting this one here, then I'm gonna deal with the other one. So I was painting this one. And here, let me see. So it's aligned here in the middle. Okay. Oh, I think it's gonna be really hard. I don't know. Let's see. And okay, I need to paint also these ones here. So I'm gonna copy this one here and here and here. Okay. And I'm gonna need this one. I could have just copied like the pair of blocks like this. Yeah. That doesn't make sense actually. No, I'm gonna use those blocks. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna use these ones. No, I'm not gonna use these ones. I'm gonna use like the orange blocks. I think it looks better like these ones. Okay, here. something like this. Okay, they are not aligned, but whatever. Here, 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 and yeah. And the apple is gonna stay here in the middle. And okay, the saw is gonna like move around. And on top, we're gonna have like the other one, the other enemy, which is this one. I'm gonna just take these two enemies here and here to create animations. Okay. So choose one frame, split the frames, rows and columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Split the what? Ah, rows and columns, 1 and 8. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. Auto layout to. Okay, so and this is the idle one. Yeah. What did you call this one? It's like a plant. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is the plant. We have the idle. So I don't need. No, this is not the idle. This is the attack. So we don't need this one. Yeah. This is the idle. Okay. So plugin, split to frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. Okay, once split the frames. Not the image. What am I doing? The film. Okay, auto layout. And this is the idle. Okay, so I have this is the plant. I'm gonna put the plant here. Okay, and I can just use this one, and the plant's gonna be like here probably. Yeah, okay, something like this. And now I need this one as well. Yeah. So assets here. So on. This is the one that I want. Animations. Split to frames. 6, 8. Okay. 1, 8. Split to frames. This is the idle because yeah, I'm gonna call it idle either way. So idle, and this is for the saw. Okay. And now, okay, idle, export assets. I'm gonna create a new like enemies. This is the plant and the idle. Export plant deck. And the saw, just open this one. Okay, export And the saw is like a trap, right? Yeah, traps. Oh, why do I have? Yeah, because they don't have animations. Okay, so here, no. Here, I'm gonna call it saw and save it inside. Yes. Okay. So I have the object, I already have the apple, this one I already have, and these ones as well. Okay, so now I can paint Untitled. So just take this from here. And I had this mistake. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's not a mistake because I was going to continue. Yeah, never mind. So 3. Now I have... Which are the kings? Kings. Okay, 15. So... something like this. And here it's going to be something like this. And the same in the bottom. So... like this and... off. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is it. All the rest are like different objects, so I'm gonna export this, GDevelop, edit object, so I'm gonna choose a file, the tilemap, apply. Now I need to open again GDevelop. And let me see. Yes, it's okay. Okay, now I have Figma. Yes, so now I can just like draw one of these blocks here and one of these blocks here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, something like this. Now I can drag these blocks. 1, 2, 3. 3 aqui. I think this is it. Not the best way to actually do this. So I could just like paint these blocks as well, but yeah, whatever. Next time I know. So yeah, something like this. 1, 2, 3. Yes, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so they are like aligned. Now the collisions. So just increase these ones, increase these ones. Oh, in the blocks I don't need to actually do the collision because they are like platforms, I think. Yeah, they are a platform, so they already like control the collision. No, they don't seem to be actually aligned. What? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. Yeah, I should probably paint these in the tile map as well. And even these ones, but I didn't paint these in the tile map because I thought like, okay, maybe later I want to like be able to push the blocks or do some logic with it. So that's why I didn't end up like painting them on the tile map as well with the rest of the background. But now that I look at it, yeah, it should be a better idea. And here I need to take this, yeah, because otherwise the player will be able to grab the edge of this. And we have an apple, it's going to be here. Okay, now we need to, okay, I'm going to hide these ones. Now we need to import the plant. So enemy plant, add an animation, it's going to be like the idle. And assets, enemies, plants, idle. It's a whoop animation, preview. Yeah, this is it. And I'm going to create a new one called attack. And I'm going to add the animation and plant attack here. It's in a loop. Yeah, probably it's in a loop. Let me see. No. No, there's not play in a loop. So I want to like play the attack, and then I'm going to control at what rate the plant is actually attacking. Because if I have this in a loop, then I have to do the other way around. So I have to like time the attack of the plant in terms of the animation, and not me deciding what is the time of the animation and doing and actually shooting the projectile. So yeah, this is a better way to do it, I think. Okay, so we have a plant, and we have a plant, and the plant's gonna come here. Why is the plant? Well, the plant doesn't have like the same size. Yeah, probably not. Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's correct. So we have the plant, and we are going to import the saw. So a saw is a trap saw. I'm gonna call it idle, but not exactly idle, but whatever. Here, assets, traps, saw. I could probably just like rotate the saw. Nice, cool. Okay, apply. And I'm gonna move the saw here. And now the idea is that this saw is gonna move. I haven't figured out like how the snapping works here in GDevelop, because sometimes you can like snap things, other times you can't. So I'm just gonna do something like this by hand. Okay, and now I need to, oh, the Z order is already like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna need to change this. So instances. So you see like virtual guy. Okay, virtual guy might be in the first one. Oh, the ninja frog is also in the. Okay, so this one is 0 as well, and the other ones. These 3 are also 0. And yes, all this. I don't think I can select all of them. No. Yeah, these are all the new blocks that I just added. These are all 0. Except, no, not all of them. No, not all of them. So maybe these ones would be on layer 1. So they are on top of the saw. Yeah. Let me just see. Oh, now I need to pass. Okay, yeah, something like this. Okay, so this is it. And now, okay, now let's deal with the saw first, maybe. and then we'll deal with the enemy. Okay. So the saw is gonna move here to here, like in this block, this rectangle. You know, it's gonna move from this side to this one, and then bottom to the right to the top, and just do this in a loop. So probably there is already a behavior like to do that, because you can have like despite your own custom blocks, you can also use like blocks created by other users. I'm trying not to use anything created by other users, so that I just like force myself to create the actual logic for each one of the things that I want. So here, let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna create in the main events. I'm gonna create a new group, event group. I'm gonna call it as fall. And probably what I'm gonna do right now is just check the positions where the saw needs to be. So let me see, where is the properties? Yeah, this is the one. So the saw starts at 1708, moves to 1552. Okay, the saw is gonna start here. Yeah, because if I show the grid, okay, I can do something like this. Oh, because the saw doesn't have like 32 by 32. That's why I'm also having some problem. Let me see. Yeah, 38 by 38. Okay. So like do something like this. And so 38 is gonna be like 15, 16 actually. So 38 now it's for like 19. Yes, so I can do something. Let me see if this works. No. Really? Okay, I can make any mess there. So minus 19, so 179. Let me see. Yeah, something like this. And this one will be like 30, 27. Oh shit, no, not 27, because so it's more, so this is going up, so it's more. So 56, 56, 65, 65. Yeah, something like this. Okay, and now the saw is gonna move 5 units to the units of the grid. So the grid has 32, so it's gonna move 32 by 5 is gonna 160. So it's going to move 179 minus 160. So we have 1549. So that's the first thing it's gonna move. Then it's gonna move down and go back. Okay, and now I'm gonna do something with this, something like I did with the moving platforms. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add a tweening effect. Oh, the tween, yeah, maybe the tween would be also really cool here, because we can have like a different thing from a linear behavior. We might create a more fun event. So let me see here. So trigger once to just like get the saw moving. And so since it starts on that side, so it's going to move. Where is the saw? Trap saw. So it's going to move at object position tween. So here it's going to be like move left, actually, to 1549 to 0 in this case, using, let's try linear, and it's going to take like, I don't know, 3 seconds. I don't know, something like this. Okay, so it's going to move like this. When it gets to this point, it's going to move down. When it gets to this point, it's going to move right and move up. Okay, so actually I'm going to do like 4 sub-events. Now the condition here is when the saw x position is equal to 1549, it's gonna move down. So I'm just gonna copy this one, paste action here, and paste this one here, and paste this one here. Okay, now let's change this one. So this is going to be like move down. Now let me just see something. Oh, the X and Y. No. Shit. This is not the one. No, it's not this one. Not the X tween. Yes, this is what we want. And this is the linear one. Okay, now it's more like it. And it's 3 seconds. Okay, and now here I'm gonna do this one, but tween position Y. Yes, and now move down to Y. So let me see. Here. I'm gonna see in just a minute. I need to check what's the position, the actual position. Not 3 seconds maybe. So let's see, like it took like 1 second to 2.5. So here's gonna be like 1 second, and the other one's gonna be 2.5. Okay, so here is not. Oh, this is a millisecond. So yes, something like this, something like this, not like this, like this. And here I need to check what's the actual height of the saw. So 365, and it's gonna drop to. Oh, watch it. Okay. 366 minus 64. 302. No. No. 366 plus 64. Okay, 430. Yeah, something like this. 48. Yeah, 48 is more like it, yeah. Okay, so 428. So here it's going to move to 428. Move down. I cannot have like only this. So I have to have another condition that says that Y position of the saw is less than 428. I don't like to have like this all like static values here, but this is the easiest way to do it, at least at this moment. So let me see. So the X position 1549 and the Y position is less than 428. Okay, now I'm gonna copy this one. I'm gonna paste here. So the X position is 1549 and is equal to 428. And now we are going to use this one, and we're going to change the position back to 1708. 1708, blah blah blah, and we are going to call it move right. Okay, and when the X position is equal, now I'm going to copy this one. I can paste 1708. When it's equal to 1708, we are going to create a new one. I still need to change a few things here, but we'll see. And you're going to move back to 366. Linear one, and I'm going to call it like move up. Maybe I don't need to use all these positions here. I could just use like when the animation finishes. I think it's a lot easier. Yeah, instead of doing like all these like calculations and stuff like that, you know. So I'm not very happy with all these calculations. So yeah, I'm gonna just remove all this, and I'm gonna use the actual animations, you know. So like here, like tween finished playing, and when the move left finished playing, move down. Yeah, it is a lot easier actually. So paste conditioning, paste condition, and here when the move down finishes playing, and here when the move right finishes playing, and here when the move up finishes playing. Let's see. Nope. It's not working. Okay. Why is that? Okay, first of all, let me just I'm gonna put the players here. It's easier, and I'm gonna change like the position. No, I'm not sure. Like maybe this one, 24. Let me just check. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so you can see now we are starting here. Okay, so why is it not? Maybe it's because of this one. But I tried it before, but yeah, now it's working. Okay, it's really strange. Okay, move left, move down. Why is it not working now? Now it stopped here. I don't know why. That's why I didn't use like the finish playing here. But I guess I'm gonna have to use like the positions. I can see. I see that. Oh, that's why it works. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Yeah. Because I thought it had some problem here because when I was using these moving platforms, I was using these two conditions here, and the way I see it is that they work like an AND condition. So when this is true and this is true, it runs what's on the action. And I suppose this is the way it works. But then I didn't understand why it worked with this, like with the position, and not with the animation finish playing. And now it makes total sense because it triggers once, and the exposition of the moving platform is at the beginning. So they are both through when the game starts. But when we are using the trigger ones and the animation didn't finish playing. That's why it doesn't run. So probably cannot use like the animation finished playing. At least this one we cannot use it. So we're going to trigger once when this happens, and basically I'm going to go back to the position. So basically when the trap saw x position is equal to 1708, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1708. But also I also need to check. Yeah, I also need to check the y position, because otherwise when the saw reaches that x position, but on the bottom is also going to like trigger this event, and we don't want that, I believe. So I'm gonna do something like this, and when the y position is equal to 366, not sure if this is the value. Yeah, 366. Okay, and now yes, I'm gonna delete all this. I'm gonna copy these ones. So I think all of them are going to have like x and y conditions. And probably, I don't know if we can just like compare the entire position. Doesn't make sense, but it would be cool to be able to do it. But I'm not sure. So it is this and this. Okay, so this triggers once when the Y position to 428, 159. So when it's 159, 149, 1549, and it's 428, it's gonna move to the no, I'm making a mistake, sorry. So okay, yeah, when it reaches this X position and Y is the same, it's gonna move down. Now when it reaches 428 and here is 1549, it's gonna move right, and when it reaches this one but it's on this one, it's gonna move up. Let me see. It's moving, yes, down, right, and up. Yep, this is it. Okay. Now we can just like play around probably with the easing. Easing, let me see what. I never know what the easing without and all that. Okay, easing, yeah, it starts slow and becomes faster towards the end. I think that's the one. Is in, is out, is in, out. Yeah, there are a lot of them. I don't know. And 10 others. What? Okay, let me see. No. No. Okay, he's in back. I don't know what this one does. Let me see. Okay, it just like goes a little bit back and then it starts. Okay, I'm gonna put on linear now and I'm gonna check it later. So okay, review. Okay, and now I need to also add this to the group of traps so that if I touch the saw, the player dies. Just see. Wait. Yes, this is it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so maybe I can make the saw a little bit faster. I don't know, like let's try like half a second here. So each one is 500. No, if each one is no, each one is not 500. Each one is 250. So if each one is 250, this is going to be like 125. Yes, and this one, oh no, this one is going to be 125, and this one is going to be 500. Yeah, okay, see it. Okay, so now we have the saw, and then I'm going to continue with the other one. So just check. And yes, so I'm gonna stop this for a minute now, and then I'll come back and implement this other enemy and try to implement the rest. I mean, I think I don't have much left. No, so I don't only have like this other enemy with projectiles, and then we have like moving enemies. They have like different patterns for when they are moving, which probably I can use like the tween to make this, and then this is just like background. Yeah, this is it. So and then I can come back and just like design the level a little bit better. Maybe I need to like consider having more spaces or less spaces and putting some more blocks, stuff like that I need to figure it out. And so yeah, this is it. So I'll come back in just a minute. Thanks for watching. So yeah.